Good morning to all of you. Right. Today's topic is ambiguous grammar. Right. In previous lecture, we already discussed right what is the ambiguity of the grammar. Right. So on the basis of that, we continue the topic. Right. The ambiguity of grammar. Right. If any grammar is ambiguity, there is two reasons. First is left association, and second is precedency rule. Right. In compiler always prefer the left associative uh, de- derivation tree. And precedency rules, we already know what is the precedency rule. Simple asterisk is higher precedency in comparison to plus. Right. So how to check where the particular operator is left associative or right associative, right? So we can use this example, right? E tends to E plus T, right? If we take care for this part, right? So in left hand side, E is a non-terminal symbol, right? We check this E is occur in left hand side or right hand side, right? If it is occur on left hand side of the plus, so the plus is left associative for E, right? If this E is occur in right hand side, right? So this plus is right associative for E, right? I feel this thing is clear to you, right? What is the left associative and right associative, right? Now take care for this example. E tends to E plus E and E tends to E asterisk is less ID, right? We consider two different parts tree for this particular string, but according to associativity rule, which tree is correct, right? So how to check this? We construct two different trees, right? First is E tends to E plus E, and now we want to drive ID plus ID. So E plus E again we drive, right? So the resultant part is ID plus ID, then ID, right? Now we construct a second tree, right? E plus E, right? So now we explore this part. So E plus E, now ID and ID, right? This is left associative, this is right associative, right? So according to our previous discussion, right, compiler is used the left associative parse tree, right? So this parse tree is left associative, so this is correct, right? This is right associative, that is not used by the compiler. And how to check the associativity, right? We discussed it. If E is occur in the left hand side of this particular plus, so this is a left associative. If E is occur in a right hand side, so this is right associative. Now in this grammar, there is confusion. Left plus is left associative or right associative. So this grammar is ambiguous grammar. So we will convert it into an ambiguous grammar. Now we take care for the next example for the rules of precedency, right? ID plus ID and asterisk ID, right? We construct two different parse tree. Which parse tree is correct, right? So according to mathematics rules, asterisk is a higher precedency in comparison to plus. So first we evaluate the asterisk and then we evaluate the ID, right? So in two parse tree, right? If we evaluate first, right? So ID, asterisk ID is evaluated first, right? In this part, and then plus ID, right? So, but in this part, right, ID plus ID is evaluated first and then asterisk. So, according to precedency rule, ID asterisk is evaluated first and then plus. So, this part tree is correct, right? Now, converted into unambiguous grammar. In last lecture, we already discussed how to convert the ambiguous grammar to unambiguous grammar, right? So, this E is problematic. So, we converted this E to different non-terminal symbols, right? So, E tends to E plus T slash T, right? T tends to T asterisk F slash F and F tends to IP, right? According to precedency rule, right? Asterisk is higher precedency in comparison to plus. So whenever we construct a protection rule, so asterisk is lower side of the protection rule, right? Now we take care for one example of more, right? If we use the caret symbol, right? Caret is a higher precedency, right? How so this is the lower side of the protection. Now, this caret is left associative or right associative, right? We already discussed. How to check that this caret symbol is left associative or right associative? In a left hand side, F is occur, right? If as is F is occur, so we check in right hand side where is F. F is the right hand side of this caret symbol, right? So caret is a right associative, right? Regarding the T is occur in a left hand side, so T is a left associative. Regarding the E is occur in left hand side, so plus is left associative, right? I feel this thing is clear. Now move on the next example. Boolean expression is test to Boolean expression or Boolean expression. We talking about the and or not symbols, right? So according to that, or is a lower precedency and is then higher, and the negation is highermost, right? On the basis of this, we can rearrange the things, right? Expression E or F, right? We replace this symbol with another symbol by either we choose this B expression or this Boolean expression. So we replace this Boolean expression with the symbol of F, right? We use this example in previously how to remove the ambiguity of the grammar. So we introduce the new non-terminal symbol and we replace the that non-terminal symbol where the problem is occur, right? So E tends to E or F, right? Or F. Why we use this F or why we use this T? Maybe grammar is directly derived with the E tends to F. So we introduce this particular part, right? Where this F is come from? So E tends to F. This is a reason to include this F, right? F tends to F and G and slash G, right? And G tends to not G slash T or S. So this is an unambiguous grammar. So compiler always deal with the unambiguous grammar. How to check the grammar is unambiguous? There is two things is mandatory. It is always left associative and it is always using the precedency rule. So that grammar is called unambiguous grammar. Now we take care for one more example. R tend to R plus R slash RR slash R asterisk slash ABC, right? How to convert it? That R is problematic, so we replace with some other terminal symbol. Now associativity rule plus is lower associative, asterisk is more than, and sorry, dot is more than, and asterisk is higher precedency. So we use that precedency system. So define the E equal to E plus T or slash T, T or F, and then the F asterisk and slash ABC, right? Now we take care for this part, right? How to define the precedency, right? So now the dollar symbol, right? So dollar symbol is higher precedency or not, right? So if A tends to small a or capital B or capital B, right? Now the question is that when two dollar symbol are occur, right? How to check which is left associative or right associative? So on the basis of precedency, if the $2 symbol is occur, right? So dollar is greater than, right? Right precedency. Is it left associative or right associative with the help of dot symbols, right? We discussed these things in precedency rules when we use the parsing, right? So here we can leave this part, right? Now, in this example, right, we already discussed which is left associative, right associative, right? So the things are clear. Why we read this topic, right? We read this topic regarding the grammar, right? If the grammar is ambiguous, so the compiler cannot deal that grammar. So first we convert that grammar into unambiguous grammar. When we study the parsing, right, there is a thumb rule. First we check the grammar is unambiguous or not, right? So this topic is important regarding that, right? Now the most important topic, left recursion. How to remove the left recursion, right? So left recursion means A tends to A alpha or beta, right? A is always occur in a left hand side, so it is a left recursion, right? If A is occur in a right hand side, and it means A tends to alpha A, so that is a right recursion, right? So we're dealing with the left recursion only, right? So A tends to A alpha or beta, right? So A alpha or beta, so that is a left recursion. How to remove the left recursion? There is a formula, right? A tends to beta A dash or A tends to epsilon or alpha A dash. This is the formula. We don't discuss how to prove that things, right? We focus on only the formula part, right? Now, again, E tends to E plus T slash T, right? So this is a left recursive grammar. So compiler don't deal with the left recursive grammar. First we remove the left recursion of this grammar, right? So first we check the ambiguity of the grammar. If the grammar is ambiguous, so we convert it into unambiguous grammar, right? And then if we check the grammar is left recursive, so we remove the left recursion of that particular grammar, right? So E tends to E plus T slash T, right? So E tends to E plus T slash T, right? E is a left recursion, so we converted with the help of this formula. E tends to here A, this E part is A, right? This E part is A. Now the alpha, T is a alpha and beta is T, right? So converted into this form. So E tends to T, E dash, and E tends to epsilon plus epsilon or plus T, E dash. So this grammar is not a left recursive grammar, right? Clear? Now take care one more example, right? S tends to SO 0, S1, S or 0, 1. Now this part is A, this part is A, remaining this part is alpha, this part is beta. So we converted into S tends to 0, 1, S dash, 0, 1, S dash beta, right? And now S dash tends to epsilon, or this is the alpha part, so 0, S, 1, S, and then S dash, right? Now, if the symbols are occur in continuation parts, right? Suppose A tends to A alpha 1 up to A alpha 2, alpha 3, up to so on, and then beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. So we use the simple formula. A tends to beta 1 A dash, or beta 2 A dash, or beta 2 A dash, beta 3 A dash, and A dash tends to alpha 1 A dash, alpha 2 A dash, alpha 3 A dash, on so. Now the grammar, right? So we discuss different type of grammar. So first type of grammar is ambiguous or unambiguous, right? So compiler deal with the unambiguous grammar. So how to convert ambiguous grammar to unambiguous grammar with the help of two things. First is associativity and second is precedency. Now the second part is left recursive and right recursive grammar, right? So compiler is deal with the always right recursive grammar. So we remove the left recursion with the using left recursion. So we remove the left recursion and convert the grammar into right recursive grammar. And the last part of grammar is deterministic grammar or non-deterministic grammar. So in automata theory, right, we always deal with the deterministic thing. We never deal with the non-deterministic thing. So how to convert non-deterministic grammar into deterministic grammar? That is a next point, right? How to convert it non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar? Now we focus on that. Convert to NDGE. It means non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar is called the length factor, right? This is again important concept, right? First is left recursion and second is left factor. Left recursion is remove the grammar for right associative. Right associative grammar convert. Whenever you want to convert the right associative grammar, you use the and remove the left recursion. And now the second part is how to remove the left factoring, right? So there is a formula. How to check the grammar is non-deterministic, right? So A tends to alpha beta 1, alpha beta 2, alpha beta 3. How can we say that grammar is non-deterministic? So I can explain you why this grammar is non-deterministic. Suppose we want to produce some alpha beta 3, right? It's a derivation tree. So on the basis of first token, right? That is alpha. So first we choose alpha. So there is on the basis of we choose alpha beta 1, right? Or alpha beta 2 or alpha beta 3. So there is no clear-cut indication. First we choose alpha beta 1, alpha beta 2 or alpha beta 3, right? On the basis of first projection. So this is a problematic thing. When we construct a state of we use A dash to alpha beta 1. Now alpha is satisfied. Now move on the beta 1. So again the problem is arises. We want to satisfy the beta 3. So we can move back and then choose the second projection, right? Again beta 2 again problematic. So we move next and then beta 3. So it is a tedious work. We always move further and then backtrack. We move further and then backtrack. That is a problematic thing. So that is a part how to non-deterministic grammar converted into deterministic grammar. So there is a formula, right? A dash to alpha A dash. We converted this part into A dash, right? Or A dash is dash to beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. So there is no confusion. Whenever we construct a thing, right? We already discussed on the basis of first terminal symbol, that is alpha, right? And now either we choose beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. So in a single phase, we can construct the pass tree. So this is a provision to convert into non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar, right? Clear? I will like the thing. Sorry, In this part, we already understand what is the non-deterministic grammar and what is the deterministic grammar. In non-deterministic grammar, we can choose right protection right in single time. That is a problem of non-deterministic grammar. But in deterministic grammar, we can choose right protection in a single time. Right. Now we take care for one more example. Right. S stands to IETS slash IETSES slash A. Right. So this is a non-deterministic grammar. How to check whether the non-deterministic grammar? If the things are repeated, IETS, these are repeated in two times. So this grammar is non-deterministic grammar. How to convert it this non-deterministic grammar? The common part we take care, right? IETS is a common part. So S stands to ITES, then S dash, right? We convert it with S dash, right? On the basis of these things, right? A tends to alpha A dash, right? So S tends to IETS, then S dash, right? Slash A, right? ITES is a common part, so remaining part is epsilon. In this part, only the epsilon is left, and in this part, ES is left. So S dash is epsilon or E dash, and the last part is S dash, right? So this is the first example, right? Move on to next example, right? In next example, we want to satisfy, right? That is a S tends to, right, IETS slash A slash B, right? We want to construct for these things, right? So we easily say there are we can construct two different path tree for particular basis string, right? So after using the left factoring, we get the new grammar. How to remove using the left factoring? So already discussing previous part, right? Left factoring, right? Left recursion, right? That is a part. How to remove the left recursion, right? So on the basis of that, right, we construct a new grammar. S tends to IETS S dash slash A, right? And S tends to epsilon ES and B. But this also generate two paths tree, right? So left factoring, not removal of ambiguity of the grammar, right? So in this section, I want to tell you, if you remove the non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar, there is no guarantee that grammar is unambiguous, right? The simple meaning, right? And it non-deterministic grammar is unambiguous, so deterministic grammar will also be unambiguous. So we use the method to remove unambiguous grammar to ambiguous grammar to unambiguous grammar, right? So if the non-deterministic grammar is unambiguous, so deterministic grammar is also ambiguous, right? If non-deterministic grammar is unambiguous, so deterministic grammar conversion of that grammar, right? Deterministic grammar is also unambiguous, right? So there is no method whenever you convert non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar, it means that is unambiguous or non-ambiguous. We check further that is ambiguous or non-ambiguous, right? So in this grammar, E is associated with first I or N. So this grammar is unambiguous grammar. Now we solve, right, deterministic. Up we in this part we A tends to AA or B tends to AB. That is deterministic grammar, non-deterministic grammar, right? So one thing is clear: the things are repeating for the same particular non-deterministic. So that is called the non-deterministic grammar. In this part, A tends to small a, capital A, right? And in this part, B tends to small a, capital B. These are the two different parts, right? So this grammar is deterministic. Common prefix, right, used for the same variable. Common prefix for the same used for the same variable. In this, common prefix are used for the different variables. If A is used for the some other A, then that grammar is non-deterministic grammar. Otherwise, this grammar is deterministic grammar in this part, right? A is used for SSB, A is used for SSB, so that is grammar is non-deterministic grammar, right? Now, take care for this example. S tends to A SSBS or ASSBS or ABB or, right? Now, this grammar is non-deterministic grammar. We converted this non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar on the basis of formula, right? So A is a common part. So S tends to A S dash slash B, right? Now S dash stands to SSBS or S stands to SASB, right? And in this part we take care the A part common, so BB and B, right? Now S dash, right? So again, S and S are repeated again. So that is not a non-deterministic grammar. Again, we use the formula and convert it into this part. So S dash equal to S tends to SS dash, right? Or BB, right? In this part. And S double dash tends to SBS or ASB, right? Clear? Now we take care for one more example, right? S tends to BSS, BSSA, sorry, BSSAAS or BSSASB or BSB. Or now the things are clear. BSS, right? BS is a common part, so we take care that S tends to BS, S dash or slash A. Now S dash tends to SAAS or SASB or B. Now again, SASA is a common part, so this grammar is again non-deterministic. So we use the formula for the S dash tends to SA, S double dash or B, and S double dash equal to AS or SB. Now I feel that this lecture is fruitful for you regarding the different type of grammar, right? Ambiguous and unambiguous grammar, how to deal with ambiguous and ambiguous grammar. If the grammar is ambiguous, we convert it into unambiguous grammar, right? Compiler always deal with the unambiguous grammar. Next part is left recursion and right recursion, right? So grammar compiler always use the right recursive grammar, never use the left recursive grammar, right? One question arises, sir, why left recursive grammar is not used? If you use the left recursive grammar, it goes to infinite time, right? So compiler always avoid the left recursive grammar. It always use the right recursive grammar. If the left recursion is occur, so we remove that left recursion with the help of formula and convert it into right recursive grammar, right? And the last part is deterministic and non-deterministic grammar. So how to convert non-deterministic and deterministic grammar, right? And one more important point, right? Whenever we convert it non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar, there is no guarantee that grammar is unambiguous grammar. If non-deterministic grammar is ambiguous, then deterministic grammar is also ambiguous, right? If non-deterministic grammar is unambiguous, then deterministic grammar is also unambiguous. But for precautionary point of view, whenever we converted non-deterministic grammar to deterministic grammar, we can check that grammar is ambiguous, unambiguous or not, right? If the grammar is ambiguous, so converted that grammar into unambiguous part, and then we check that grammar hold the left recursion part. If that grammar hold the left recursion part, so remove that left recursion with the help of formula and convert it into right recursive, right? So I feel that things are clear. If there is any doubt, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you so much.